Racism, hatred, suffering, humanity, Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. Is there a cure for suffering? Look around. Even businesses say we have a solution, we have a cure for the thing that's causing your suffering. But in this instance, what is going on? What is business saying? What is government saying? What are the people saying? Hi, I'm Jen Joseph from Envisage Executive Coaching. Here, trying my bit to release your confidence. So some weeks ago, Joseph Denton, a YouTuber, saw some of my videos and asked if I would do one on Black people. And I was thinking, what can I possibly say to build the confidence of Black people? How could I help us to release our fears and restore our self-esteem? And before I could even start the video, we had several deaths by police officers, the worst of which was the atrocity of George Floyd. What we hide in our hearts, we tend to plot it in our minds. Racism is heinous. You know, I was speaking to a group of young people, these were between 10 and 15, and they were talking about George Floyd's death and why did I think that this happened. And in fact, some of them were sharing with me what their parents had thought. And as we were discussing this, I was reminded of a story from the Bible about Samson. Samson met Delilah, and the people of Gaza, they thought, this is our chance to catch him. And so they had a plan, and they sat, this is important, they sat at the gates of the city saying, in the morning, we will kill him. Now, if you know anything about Bible literature, you will know that gates represent the conscious mind, the gateway that permits thoughts to enter or not to enter. So the conscious mind becomes the gateway that monitors the thoughts that go through. So they sat at the gate plotting to kill him. And in the middle of the night, the story goes on, Samson awoke and he went and took not only the gates, but the gate posts, and took them to the top of a hill. And the top of a hill that would represent a person's idea of their supremacy, and planted the gates at the top of the hill. And now the city was left defenseless. Now, at that time, in the time of Samson, all nations were at war. So now anything could get into that city. Those people would be vulnerable. And so we were looking at that story carefully. And one of the determinations we'd come to is this. And perhaps this is one of the ways out of this situation for us. Each one of us has a conscious mind, a gate that should be monitoring what goes in and what comes out. We should never be allowing other people to take our minds, the gates of our minds, and place them at the top of anybody's hill. We should never allow anybody to rob us of the idea of our identity, of our integrity, of our authenticity. When we start to monitor what is going in and coming out, we start to have an idea of who we are. Here's an important factor. When I say I am I am talking about being. I'm also beginning to create something. People of color, it is time for us to say, I am strong. I am courageous. I will not be afraid. I am creative. I am innovative. I am here. I am loved. And start to love our people. Because when we stop loving ourselves and our people, other people can destroy us. We have a right to be. We have a right to contribute. But here's the other thing. We often get servitude, servanthood, and stewardship mixed up. Servitude is the slave, the one who's trodden under. Servanthood is the one who serves willingly and lovingly because that's what he wants to do. And stewardship is the one who leads, who takes the responsibility and the authority to move and do a new thing. We are no longer in servitude. We have left that behind. Do you know the singer, he said, emancipate your mind, Bob Marley that is, emancipate your mind from mental slavery. The village has spoken. This will happen regardless because that energy has gone out. The emancipation of the slave is here. The minds of people have been released. Enough is enough. And let me tell you plain and straight, when we say enough is enough, we as a people, a whole, the whole of humanity, when we say enough is enough, change has to come. It's not that will it come, it has to come. Like a tide, like a tsunami, it will come. Now, if it comes as a tsunami, it will be destructive. But you know, after every storm, there is a calm. When the old is wiped out, the new can regrow. It's up to us, though, to understand what we will subdue and what we will replicate, what we will allow to grow. We have a lot to offer each other. We have a right to live. Black lives matter. This is Jen Joseph from Envisage Executive Coaching, releasing your confidence. Bye for now.